like everything, not going to happen overnight. I like the appointment. There's a few people, saying he's not the right man, or it'll take a bigger person to turn Man United around. But they've gone down those options. They've had at the time when they brought in Mourinho, he was the man to turn them around. And 6 months ago, Rangnick was the man to, tactically superior to anything else out there, and he was the man to, get them going this season. And, I like him. I think he will. There's going to be, listen, the people throw out figures it's going to take 5 years, 6 years. This random numbers thrown out there. Nobody knows. He gets in there, can clear out some of, the disappointing players, disappointing signings over the last few years, get his own people in. He's an exciting manager who's had great success at Ajax. He looks like he commands respect. I think he will do a good job, but time will tell. But he's going to have plenty backing financially. It's all the other side of things. Man United not struggling financially, backing managers. Like, their squad cost more than Liverpool's the other night. Crazy to think about when you see them out on the pitch. They look like a bunch of free transfers thrown together, and really disappointing performance, more from a enthusiasm and energy level rather than even quality. Just looked like they didn't want to be there. So that's the side of it he needs to sort out quickly. I'm sure he wouldn't be taking the job without the guarantees of being able to bring in a lot of players that he wants to bring in. I can't imagine. Listen, he's a manager who was coveted by a lot of top clubs, so he would get a lot of guarantees. He knows it's a difficult job. It's ruined a few managers in the last few years. So he will have wanted. I'm sure the reason it took so long to confirm it is he was wanting a lot of guarantees on what he was going to be able to do. Maybe coaches he wants to bring in, and obviously players he's going to want to bring in. Players he's going to want to get rid of as well, because they're going to lose a lot of money getting rid of players to spend a lot of money for. They're going to have to take a big, they're going to have to bite the bullet, Man United, and just try to offload a lot of players who just don't look happy, don't want to be there. And not, it's easy to point fingers at like Paul Pogba, but it's not Paul Pogba. There's, a handful of players there who, when you watched their body language the other night, were just, I don't like criticising players. It's difficult when you're going through a bad spell and your confidence is low. It can easily translate into a body language thing when it's not a lack of energy. It could be just purely a lack of confidence. So I'd be interested to see how he can change some of those players. Every player that was brought in, I'm rambling here, but every player at Man United, when they were brought in, everyone said, that's a good sign, that's a good sign, that's a good sign, and it don't work out. So when they were coming to the club, they were great signings. So maybe he can rejuvenate a few of those players who maybe we've wrote off too early for whatever reason. So, but yeah, I think it's a great appointment, and hopefully he will get what he needs to make it work. But he would be, of managers that have been appointed, there's been a list, we went through them there in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years at Man United. To me, he's the most positive one, the most with a future ahead of him, and someone who can make a big difference, I think.